Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. My name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you decided to join me. It's Monday, so it's time for ReadyBudgetGame. That is where I play 12 different savings games, and then at the end of the month, I take all the money in this binder and put it into my sinking funds. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go! The first game is going to be Loteria, but before I get into that, I better count the money to make sure I have $100 here. I normally have 3 10s, and then 50 in 5s and 20 in 1s, but for reasons that are too stupid to get into, I have only 1 10 this week, so it's going to be 1 10 for $10, and there should be $70 in 5s here. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. There are. And then 20 in 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. So we do have $100, and that is going to be distributed throughout the 12 games in the book. And let's get started with Loteria. So let me set this aside, get out the Loteria card. And we're in regular Loteria this week because we did Millennial Loteria last week. Got the chips here, got the cards here. If this is your first time watching one of my ReadyBudgetGame videos, first of all, welcome. And for Loteria, I save based on the number of chips that I put down on the card, and I keep marking off spaces until I get a Loteria, which is a line of 4 either across, up and down, or diagonally. So let's start dealing and see how long it takes to get a Loteria this week. First up is El Sandia. We don't have that. La Estrella, don't have that. La Dama, I do not see her. El Diablito, no. El Barril, no. El Tambor, nope. El Pescado, we do have. La Palma, we do have. La Luna, it's right up here. La Botella, nope. El Valiente, nope. El Cotoro, we do have up here. El Cantarito, I don't see that. La Muerte, nope. El Soldado, no. El Violonceo, no. La Sirena, nope. La Calavera, we do have. So now La Araña will give us a Loteria. El Corazon, no. El Pajaro, no. La Garza, no. El Paraguas, no. El Camarón, we do have, that's right there. La Campana, I don't see that. El Bandolón, no. El Caso, no. El Sol, no. El Arbol, nope. La Pera, no, goodness. El Garito, no. La Rosa, we do have. That's right there. It's also the middle name of my sister-in-law. El Alacran is right there. El Musico, right here. Finally, a Loteria, right there. So that took quite a bit of the deck, but we got there. And that's going to be a savings of $2, $4, $6, $7, $8, $9 going into Loteria this week. So I am going to put these back in the middle, give them one quick shuffle for luck for next week. And then I will clear the cards, or clear the card, and put $9 into the Loteria envelope. So let me do that real quick. Set this to the side. Okay, here we are in the games binder. Loteria 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So in the Loteria envelope, we now have, looks like $20. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And I will stuff this into my sinking funds at the end of the month. Up next is going to be Sussed. This is a would you rather type game. There are 3 possible choices for each question. I save $2 for option A, $3 for option B, $5 for option C, and I always try to give my honest opinion. So, this one says, which am I best at? A, making up stories, B, eye rolling, or C, witty comebacks? You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of good at all of these. That's tough. I feel like these are my core competencies. I'm gonna say, I mean, I'm good at witty comebacks, but I'm not always prompt with them. Like, I usually think of them 5 minutes after it's too late. So it's either eye rolling or making up stories. And I'm gonna say, I don't know, I'm gonna say making up stories. I can be pretty creative. So that's gonna be $2. That was close, though. That was close. And I'm gonna do one more here. So we'll get out another card. It says, do I think I'd survive a week living in the age of the dinosaurs? A, yes, I'd adapt pretty quickly. B, yes, but only just. C, I wouldn't count on it. I would not count on it. Nope. Not even if I had Eva there with me to tell me which dinosaurs are which. I would not do well. I would probably get sick right away or hurt myself and become a total burden to anybody else around, assuming that I wasn't alone. And if I was alone, I would probably die. Okay, so $5 for option C. I'm not looking at the other two. I'm just going to tuck this card into the envelope along with the cash. Careful to avert my eyes or tilt the card away so that I don't want to give myself time to think about next week. I prefer it to be off the cuff. Okay, so we're going to add the money in here. And it looks like we've got about $11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that is it. Okay, up next is the name game. And in the name game, this is one that I bought at a thrift shop for $3. It was a fantastic buy. And the way it works is you get up to 5 clues to the identity of a famous person. And I save $1 per clue. And if I don't get it after the 5th clue, then I save a penalty of $10. All right, wish me luck. And flip. So the first clue is crooked. There we go. There we go. Jesse Pinkman. That does not help me. I'm sure it means something to a lot of people, and they're probably able to get this right away, but that's not me. Meth? Oh, goodness. Well, I'm guessing this is somebody from Breaking Bad, but I didn't watch that show, so got to keep going. Malcolm in the Middle. Okay. It's the actor from Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle. I can see him. I cannot think of his name. Oh, that is so frustrating. Because he was the dad on Malcolm in the Middle, and then he was the main character on Breaking Bad. Well, I'm going to go for another clue, even though I know who it is. I'm just not getting the name. Yeah, Walter White. Okay, that's definitely the guy. And probably the next clue is going to be Breaking Bad. Yep. Oh, what is his name? Well, I could sit here all day and think, or I could just pay the $10 penalty, and I think I'm going to have to pay the penalty. Bryan Cranston. Dang it. Okay, well, $10 it is. So, that'll teach me to not watch shows about people who make drugs. Okay. $10 is going to go into the name game. I'm definitely not doing another one this week. And I'm sure most of you got that right away, and congratulations if you did. I was on the struggle bus. So in the name game, we have $10, $15, $16, $17 so far. Let's move on to Dicetropolis. And this week in Dicetropolis, we are playing string. So let me get that out. And I'll read through the instructions here. It says the object is to make a string of numbers 1 through 6 using 6d6 dice. To begin, roll all 6 dice. Set aside any duplicates and re-roll only the duplicates. Once again, set aside any duplicated numbers and re-roll only those dice. If at any time you make a string of 6, the game ends and you save $10. If after 3 rolls you have not made a string of 6, save according to the save table, which is over here. Okay, so I need my dice tower, and I have no idea where that is, so I may end up just rolling them on the board this week. And that's okay. Oh, there's the dice tower. Okay. Always prepared. always. Okay, there's the dice, so at least I've got that. And the dice tower. Oh, it feels so good to be recording one of these videos again. You know, those of you who watch my channel often, you will have seen one of these a week ago, but realistically, I haven't recorded a game night in about 3 weeks because I was filming ahead before my trip to Ohio. Okay, so we're going to roll these, and any that are duplicates, we're going to re-roll. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, well, we're going to need to re-roll 2 of the 4s and 1 of the 2s. So we have a 2, a 4, and a 5 so far, so I'm going to set those aside so that I don't knock them to a different number. Okay, we got a 1, but we also have a 2 and a 5, which we already have, so I'm going to re-roll those. And we got a 6. Okay. So, our biggest string, where's my dry erase marker? Again, always prepared. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So our biggest string is 3, and a string of 3 saves $3. So I'm going to go one more time. Okay, we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 5, and a 6. So now we just need to re-roll for a 4. A 3, and a 3. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So our biggest string, again, is 3 numbers. So we're going to save $3, and I'm going to go one more time. And I'm really going to hope that I don't get a string of 3, or a string of 6, rather, but if I do, that's okay. Okay, we have a 4, a 5, a 1, and a 2. So we need to re-roll for a 3 and a 6, and we have 2 more rolls to do it. Here's the 6. Last roll, 6. All right. So just like the first game, we have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So our longest string is of 3, and that's going to be 3 for a total savings of $9. That's what it's going to go into Dicetropolis for the week. Set these dice to the side here. Oops. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me wipe this off. Again, dry erase ink works the best because with this glossy coating on the cards, it just wipes right off and it's good to go for next time. Okay. So let's get out the envelope for Dicetropolis. There was $10 in here already, so now there's 19. Up next is going to be Dicetropolis 2, and we're playing the 4 is Lava this week. So let me get that one out. And we need D4 dice. There they are. Okay, this game says the object is to avoid rolling a 4. Roll 1 D4 die. If you roll anything other than a 4, write S for safe in the circle for that roll. If you roll a 4, you get 1 do-over per game. Re-roll the die. If you roll anything other than a 4, you are safe and may continue. If you make it 4 rolls without rolling a 4 more than once, save $4, $1 for each safe roll. If you roll a 4 a second time, however, you have fallen in the lava. Add $4 to the number of safe rolls and save that amount. Okay, so we just need 1 D4 die. And we've got a 1, so we're safe. A 3, so we're safe again. Safe, another 3. Last roll. And a 3, so we are safe. So we're going to save $4 for that game. Going to go one more time. Okay, a 1, so we're safe there. A 3, safe again. A 1, still safe. and a 1. Save again. So I am going to save $4, or a total of 8, because we managed to avoid the 4s for 2 games in a row, which is wonderful. So clear that off. 5, 6, 7, 8. Going into Dicetropolis 2. And so far, this envelope has in it, make sure I got all the cash out, yep, $5, $10, $11, $12, $13. Okay, next up is going to be Dicequarium, and we are playing Racing Crustaceans this week. So let me get that out here, and I will get out the aqua-colored dice for Dicequarium. If you don't, you can get the aqua-colored dice from me if you buy Dicequarium, the physical version, on my Etsy shop, but any D6s will do. So in Racing Crustaceans, you roll 3 D6 dice, and you record the numbers in the boxes for that game. If all 3 dice show a different number, save the highest number. If any 2 match, save the value of those 2 dice. For example, 3 and 3 would be $6. If all 3 match, save the total of all 3 dice. Okay, so let's see how we do here. So 1, 1, and 3. So we have 2 that match, so we add the value of the matching dice and save that, so that's going to be 2. Let's go again. Oh, 1, 1, and 6. So it's 2 again. I'm going to go one more time. 3, 5, and 6. Okay, 6, 5, and 3. So we have all 3 dice showing a different number, so we save the highest number, which is going to be 6. So that is going to be a total of $10 going into Racing Crustaceans for the week. I don't want to go again because I want to make sure that I have enough to put money in each envelope. So $10 for Dicequarium for the week. Up next is going to be Fruit Machine, but let me count the envelope here first. So we have $5, $10, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19 in Dicequarium. And I will get out the dice for Fruit Machine, and we'll see how the dice slots treat us this week. I'm all set up for Fruit Machine, so let's give them a roll and see how we do. 2 watermelons and a lemon, so let's go for the watermelons. 3 more rolls to get a 3rd watermelon. There's 1, and we got it. Okay, since watermelons save $7, I'm just going to stop there for the week, and I will put $7 in the envelope, so 5, 6, and this other ratty-looking one for 7. Just wipe this off, set the dice aside. That was a nice, quick game. And then we'll put this in here and grab out the money. Oh, there's only a 10 in here. So we're going to have a total of $17 going into Fruit Machine. And then up next is going to be Quicks. So let me take out the scorecard for that. Quicks, if you haven't seen it before, is a lot like Shut the Box, except you use 3 dice. It is numbers 2 through 12. Every time you roll, you have to be able to use exactly 2 of the 3 numbers to make a number on the card. If you cannot make a number on the card, meaning it's already crossed off, then you are out, and you add up the remaining numbers that haven't been crossed off to get your score. It'll make more sense as I play. Quicks is commercially available. I play it completely different from how it's supposed to be played for a savings game, but it is one of my favorites because I don't know. I don't like traditional Shut the Box all that much, but this version, for whatever reason, grabs me. So, pen out. Let's give them a roll and see how we do. Okay, 4, 1, and 3. So we have 5, 4, and 7. I'm going to take the 5 and the 4. I'm going to leave that 7 because it's easy to roll, and I may need it in the future. Oh my goodness. Well, we're definitely going to take 12, and we hope that we don't roll 3 6s again, because then we're automatically out, because that is the only thing you can do when you have 3 of a kind, is make the one number that 2 of them add up to. Okay. So we have 6 and we have 8. I'm going to take 8. I'm going to leave the 6. 6 and 8 are both easy to roll, but I'm going to take the higher one. 2 and 5, so we're going to take 2. We can't take the 5 because we've already taken it. 8 and 10, so we've already taken 8, so we have to take 10. Okay, we've got 7, we've got 5, and we've got 4. We've already taken 5 and 4, so I'm going to take 7. This is why I left the 7 earlier, because if I'd already taken the 7, I'd be out. This way I get at least one more roll. 6 and 4, so we have to take 6. We've already taken 4, so we need 3, 9, and 11. And we've got 2 and we've got 4, so we are out. So we have, get a pen out here, 11 plus 9 is 20, plus 3 is 23. I'm going to add the 2 and the 3 together and score 5, or save 5. And I think I'm going to stop there, just because I will save up to $12 on this game, and I really don't want a 12 in the next row. Anything above 12, I add the numbers together. So I will put these dice to the side, and we'll save $5. So based on the score from last week, there should be $11 in the Quicks envelope. Let's make sure there is. Also need to put the scorecard away. And indeed, we do have $11. Scorecard. Up next is Tucano. This is a card game. It comes from somewhere over in Europe. I think Switzerland. I don't know for sure. I bought this at an independent game store in Portland, Oregon last year, and I have been loving playing it. I adapted it to be a savings game. So I'm going to give these a couple shuffles and a cut. I deal out 6 cards in a specific pattern, and then save according to what the cards tell me to do. So let's give it a cut and deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, and 6. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. We might end up with a 0 here. So if something is in the even spot when it's a card like this, I save the number on the left. If it's in an odd spot, I save the number on the right. So this is in the first position, so it's the odd, so that's 3. This one has scores for positions 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is in position 2, so that's 1. And then we have the same card is over here, and this is also an odd spot. It's number 3, so that's 3. So 3 plus 1 plus 3 is 7. So 7 for the top. Then on the bottom, this is in an even numbered position, so this is number 4. So that is minus 1. And then we have the position 5, so this is a 0, so I'm going to flip that over because that doesn't count for anything because it's a 0. And then minus 2 here because this is in the 6th position. So we have 7 minus 3 for a savings of 4. So we got off pretty light on Tucano. This game can be spicy, and I will often add numbers together to lower the score if they get to be up there, because it's happened before. So I'm just going to give this one shuffle for luck for next week. And then I will put $4 into Tucano. One, two, three, four. Oh, goodness. I have one single left, but I can always break a 5 if I need to. Oh, I've got 5s in here. Okay. So Tucano has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So should still have 13, and I do. Okay, let's move on to the next game. And the next game, I think, is Dicefecta. It is. We are playing D10 Dicefecta this week, so let me get the card out. And I also need my Dicefecta dice, which are in this pouch. If you purchase Dicefecta from me on my Etsy shop, the physical version, you can get the dice, and you will get color-coded dice according to which type of Dicefecta you're playing. So because this is a D10 Dicefecta is green, we have a green D10. Or a purple D8, or a red D12, or a blue D6. Okay. Dry erase marker. If you haven't seen Dicefecta before, the way that I play this game is I roll the die and I mark off the number anywhere it appears on the game card. I keep going until I fill up one of these 4 sections, and then I say Dicefecta, and then I score the card and save accordingly. There are 3 different ways you can save. You can do low budget, medium budget, or high budget, and I will explain all of that once the game is over. For now, let's get rolling. Okay, so first up is a 1, and then a 6, 8, 5, 1 we already have, 2, 7, okay, 10 will give us a Dicefecta, 2 again, 7 again, 8 again, 9. Okay, so a 4 or a 10 will give us a Dicefecta. 2, 9, 2, 1, 1, come on, 1, 5, 2, 5, 4, Dicefecta. Okay, in fact, we have 2 different Dicefectas. So there's 3 ways to save, as I explained. So I'm going to score this all 3 ways, and then we will figure out what I'm going to do. So the high budget way is you add up all of the numbers in the section that gave you the Dicefecta, and there's 2 here. So this one is 8 plus 2 plus 9 plus 4. So we have 10, 14, 23. This one is 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 9. So 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 9 is 20, plus 5 is 25. So 23 or 25 for high budget. Medium budget is you save $1 for every spot that's marked off on the card. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Low budget is you save the number that you last rolled on the die, which is 4. So for this game, we would save either $4, $13, or $23 or $25. And given how much I have left, I am going to go medium budget, and I'm going to save $13. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. I may need to buy more 1s again. I'm going to clean off this card. So just because it's a D10, don't be afraid of it, because this game could have saved $4, right? There is no shame in saving a lower amount on a higher denom game. There we go. If you ever get dry erase marker that's stuck like that, just go over it with the dry erase marker again and then erase, and it should come off like that did. Okay, so let's go into the Dicefecta envelope. We'll add this in and we'll see what we're up to. Ooh, it's got a healthy number. Okay, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4. $24. So Dicefecta might be the big winner this month. Up next is going to be Cute Machine. So I will take out the card, and I will take out the dice for Cute Machine. Those of you who have been asking if I will restock this, the answer to that is yes. I got so many requests for it that I did decide to restock it early, so the dice are in production right now. I should have everything by the end of March. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to give these dice a Drew shake and a roll. And we've got 2 cats, an otter, a dolphin, and a penguin. So we'll go for the cats. Roll them again. Dolphin, otter, dog. 3 turtles. All right, I can take a hint. We're switching to turtles for our last roll. And 2 dolphins. Okay, so 3 turtles saves $3. So I'm going to put a tick mark there and go again. Dolphin, dolphin, otter, turtle, cat. Well, I guess we'll go for the dolphins. Hope I don't get too many of them. 2 dogs and a turtle. Okay, I'm switching to dogs. I really don't want 5 dolphins. I've got 2 more rolls. Oops, what happened? How did I end up with the turtle? I know I had 2 dogs. There we go. Otter, turtle, penguin. Last roll. Cat, cat, penguin. Okay, so nothing there, so that's $1. We'll go again. 3 cats, an otter, and a dog, so we'll go for the cats again. Dolphin, turtle. Dolphin, penguin. Last roll. Penguin, penguin. Okay, so 3 cats saves $4. So I've got 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. I think that's a good place to stop. I'm going to clear this off. Set the dice aside. And we'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. That leaves us $10 for Eva's Sparkly Color Dot Dice game, which I never remember the actual name of. I've just called it the Sparkly Color Dot Dice game. Pretty much since I got it. So that's just kind of what it is to me now. Okay, Cute Machine, let's see how much is in this envelope. We have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, $18 in Cute Machine. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, it is Eva's Sparkly Color Dot Dice game, which I didn't erase. I don't know why. And it probably won't erase with just the cloth. It will not, so I will go over the marker here with the dry erase, and that will make it come off. Like magic. Okay, so I need those Sparkly Color Dot Dice. And I may need this bag of tricks too, because I might get that D20 again. All right. So let's see how close to $10 we can get. If we go over by a little bit, that's okay. I do have a stash of extra cash just in case. So the first die out is going to be the number or the column, and the second die out will be the row. And this is Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save. Okay, so we're going blue and green. Blue and green is $3, so I'm going to mark that off. We'll go again. Okay, this is purple. And, oh God. All right, well, purple and purple is a D20 roll, so pray for me, everyone. The last time I had to roll this thing, I rolled a 19. 15. Beautiful. Okay, so that is 15 plus 3, a total of $18. I have 10 of it here. So that thing that I said about Dice Factor running away with it this month, that's pretty much null and void. Let's go into the stash of extra cash, because I need $8 more. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the money that I use for not only overages on game night, but also for my Thursday videos, which are the Treasure Island Savings Collab and the Happy Mail Jail. Gosh, I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Okay, so a whopping $18 going into this envelope. Thank you, Eva. And the money's backward. That's okay. So let's see what this little game has in store, or has saved after only 2 weeks this month. 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $27. So this I might decide that this highest goes into the furniture sinking fund, because that one has the biggest amount, and the lowest goes into the Amazon Prime subscription, because that is the lowest amount. I might do that, make kind of an executive decision the next time before randomizing everything else. But that is game night for the week. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until I see you in the next one, which should be tomorrow for my regular savings challenges for my emergency fund and other savings goals. I hope I see you there, and until then, take care.